In this short video, I will explain how you can get a data from two different tables in Excel. So, assuming you have a table 1, I just make a small table so to get the concept itself. But if it doesn't matter how much data on the table, but I put just a customer table. It's like customer name and the amount of order they made and the account manager, the salesperson. I just put a customer ID here for the sake of the database. Always when you create a relational database that can get data from different tables, always as a best practice for any database to have primary key to that table, and we will explain that later. Don't worry about that one for now. But if you have a customer name like Shell, Mobil, BB, Caltex, just random names, and amount of order they made, and the salesperson responsible about the customer in here, you create actually a normal table. But what you really need to do, most important step, that you actually go to the home page and actually format as a table. And that's what I did. It's really important that you format that as a table. And you have another tab, has a table for the manager themselves. So the account managers, the sales reps. Again, I put a primary key. Don't forget about that one for now. And you have account manager, the same as the table 1, which is John and Sarah and Mark and Maria. And here, for example, if you have a yearly target, and again, you have to format, you highlight the whole table like that, and you need to format it as a table. Format as a table, and you choose whatever shape you like. If you format them both as a table, and you go in table 1 and create a pivot table by inserting here and a pivot table, and you can see actually in the tip lister tutorial, there is one tutorial in the website how you create your first pivot table, and I will mention it in the procedure, but I'm not talking about it because there's another tutorial in the same website how you create a pivot table. When you create your pivot table, because you have too many tables, you have actually what they call active and all. So the active table here, the one you just open, assuming I'd like to get like the data from both tables. So for example, I'd like to get the account manager amount he received as an order from his customer and compare it to the yearly target. So each one of them has a yearly target, and he receives some order. So I'd like to know, but if it's too many data, it would be so easy tool to use. So let's choose, for example, the account manager, and you can see here you got the name and it's already on the rows, and the dollar order, it will be in the value as a sum. So the sum of the order each one of them received. Now I'd like to add from the other table what actually that compared to their yearly target. You can have all the table. Because this sheet I have too many tables, you can it be all the table I formatted as tables, so it's appear here and I can get data from. The other table here I have is the manager ID with yearly target, which is called the table 5. So if I click on it, you have both of them. So you have two data from different table, and this is what they call relational database. It wasn't that before in Excel, but this is a very good tool now to get data from different table, and you can compare it. One question they might ask Excel that they ask you when you created the first time, they might ask you there is a relation, must be a relation between both table, and you can see here the account manager here, and in the other table there is account manager here. So this is link between both tables. So you can compare here every manager with the order they received and the sum of the yearly target, so you can see who's achieved his or her target. Next tutorial, I'll talk to you about how you create an extra field here. So you guys might like to create a percentage of the KPI or the performance indicator for how each sales reps or manager achieve their goals.